Now, giving astronaut wings to 4 selected designates, the Indian Prime Minister has revealed the squad that is all set to go to space from India. Now, as part of India's very first manned mission to space, the Gaganyaan Mission, Group Captain P. Balakrishnan Nair, Group Captain Ajit Krishnan, Group Captain Angad Pratap and Wing Commander S. Shukla were handed the astronaut wings by the Indian Prime Minister at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre in Kerala's Thiruvananthapuram.
ये सिर्फ 4 नाम और 4 इंसान नहीं है, ये 140 करोड़ एस्पिरेशंस को स्पेस में ले जाने वाली 4 शक्तियां हैं.
So what is the Gaganyaan mission and why is it so significant? Well, it happens to be India's very first human space flight program, for which extensive preparations are currently underway at various ISRO centers. The project is all set to launch between 2024 and 2025, and the mission aims to launch a 4-member crew into a low Earth orbit and then to bring them back after 3 days. The astronauts who have been chosen for the mission have been trained in technical knowledge and also physical fitness to ensure that they stay well during the mission. And India's National Space Agency ISRO completed the final round of the ground qualification tests on the 13th of February. As of today's event, the Indian Prime Minister has said that at a time when India is all set to become the world's 3rd largest economy, the Gaganyaan mission will take the country's space sector to new heights. He's also recalled a 40-year-old feat when Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma had gone to space in 1984, but that was as part of a Soviet mission.
40 वर्ष के बाद कोई भारतीय अंतरिक्ष में जाने वाला है, लेकिन इस बार टाइम भी हमारा है, काउंटडाउन भी हमारा है और रॉकेट भी हमारा है.
But the Indian Prime Minister also inaugurated 3 new space projects: a trisonic wind tunnel at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre, a semi-cryogenic integrated engine and stage test facility at ISRO's propulsion complex in Tamil Nadu, and also the PSLV integration facility in Andhra Pradesh's Sriharikota. With an aim to provide world-class technical facilities for the space sector, these 3 projects have been developed at a cumulative cost of about 1,800 crores. That's roughly about 200 million American dollars. So did you know that India is in fact making progress in setting up a new spaceport? And this is in line with the country's ambitions of becoming a formidable player in global space economy. Once ready, this new facility will make India amongst the elite nations to operate 2 or more spaceports and also to carry out dozens of launches per year. In this report, WION's Siddharth MP tells us why India needs a new spaceport and what makes it special.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will ceremonially dedicate an upcoming space infrastructure project to the nation. This is where India's second spaceport is to come up. Spanning across 2,300 acres, this facility is situated very close to India's southern tip. It's located in Kulasekharapattinam in Tamil Nadu. This site is more than 600 kilometers south of India's existing spaceport, Satish Dhawan Space Centre, which is located in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Selecting a site for a spaceport is a technical process, and a host of factors are considered: geographical location, infrastructure, low population in the region, a huge safety perimeter, favorable weather conditions at the site, etc. Most spaceports in the world are located on the east coast and fairly close to the Earth's equator. This is because the Earth's west to east spin, which is felt maximum at the equator, can add more velocity to the rockets that are launched towards the east. There's also commercial and scientific reasons behind choosing Kulashekharapattinam. There is a huge commercial demand for small rockets such as ISRO's Small Satellite Launch Vehicle or SSLV. ISRO's SSLV can be assembled in less than a week and made ready to launch on demand. It takes more than a month to assemble larger rockets. Typically, smaller rockets like SSLV are launched to polar orbits that circle above the Earth's poles, whereas larger rockets are launched towards Earth's equator.
Sriharikota is best suited for launching rockets into equatorial orbits, which means the satellites will fly over the Earth's equator. But there is also another important orbit that satellites are launched into. This is known as the polar orbits, where the satellites fly over Earth's poles. So when launching from Sriharikota to polar orbit, the satellite will have to fly towards the South Pole. So in that case, the rocket has to be launched further south from Sriharikota towards the South Pole. In that case, the rocket will have to fly over the Sri Lankan landmass, the island nation towards the south of India. So because of obvious risks of overflying Sri Lanka, what the rockets will do is they're programmed to actually take a diversion from there and take a right turn to avoid the island landmass. However, when launching from Kulashekharapattinam, there is a direct access to the South Polar region, and that's why the second spaceport is so important for India, to ensure that rockets can directly fly to the South Pole without taking a diversion.
To avoid overflying the Sri Lankan landmass, rockets launched from Sriharikota spend a considerable amount of fuel and energy. By spending more fuel for a diversion maneuver, rockets lose a small portion of their payload carrying capability. This particularly affects the smaller rockets such as SSLV and limits their ability to carry maximum loads. Thereby, the launch cost becomes expensive. In 2 years or so, when the second spaceport is operational, India will have the flexibility to use the best suited spaceport as per the demands of the mission. With inputs from Siddharth MP in Sriharikota, Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.